Game of Thrones, Holy Fury Edition. Fresh off the heels of the Topbog Spoff campaign, we are back with a new, updated, fresh mod. Updated 2 days ago by the Game of Thrones developers there, so we've got a lot of new content to see. A lot of fresh, obviously, Holy Fury content that I might have missed during my very brief playthrough of that. So there's a lot to do. Surviving from the last series, of course, we have the classic Topbog Spoff. He is back in all his glory, to be honest with you. Everything he achieved, everything he did has been transferred over to this playthrough, including Tyveron the Ravenger, his 108-year-old, very powerful dragon. Of course, Jet Black Emperor, Topbog, the Hand of Chaos himself, Conqueror of Ashai, and then Emperor, new Emperor of UT there, with all of his various traits. Even, kind of interestingly, some bloodlines as well, that we obviously didn't have access to before this is updated, but we do have now. Blood of the Hand of Chaos, who unsealed the ancient labyrinths on Lang, so everything he did in that last save game has persisted over to this new one as well. We're not going to be playing as Topbog Spoff. We're going to be playing as a whole new character and seeing a whole new part of the world, sort of. Still fairly closely related, though. We're going to be taking a look at this playthrough at Sothoryos, another sort of, in a similar vein to Lang and Ashai, another sort of magical province. More traditional high fantasy with basilisks and wyverns and diseases and half-men and shit. Compared to your sort of traditional medieval style, I don't know how you describe it, medieval style intrigue that you get in Game of Thrones. This is traditional fantasy. This is where all your magic and your dark gods and shit happens over in the Far East and these undiscovered lands. So that's what we're going to carry on playing as with the theme of this campaign, the sort of mega campaign that we're doing now. Now, I've come up with a bit of a story and a good goal for this campaign as well. So, in the actual Game of Thrones lore, in the expanded lore, I should point out, is the supposedly called the 10th city of Gogossos, I think is how you pronounce it. Citation needed. Specifically, this province here that is now a ruin, the Gogossi culture, Valyrian religion. It was a city built by the Valyrians. This is where the Valyrians came from before it blew up. It was built, and it was basically the only successful colony on the whole of Sothoryos. Everywhere else fell to the Brindlemen, these people, kind of terrifying, near-human creatures, not actual human, like these characters in-game can't breed with other human characters, but they are near-human, generally quite strong, powerful, worship dark, evil gods, so, you know, what's fucking new, eh? These are the native inhabitants of Sothoryos, the only people strong enough and powerful enough to live here and survive all the horrors. But Valyria did, using a lot of dark magic and dragons, they were able to create this colony called Gogossos on the Isle of Tears. Then there was the Red Death, which is this huge sort of Spanish flu, bubonic plague style thing. Wiped out 9 out of 10 people and the whole colony fell into ruin and the Valyrians had to retreat from Sothoryos. After like generations and generations, it was like 400 years they held this place and then it was suddenly wiped out overnight. Supposedly now called a cursed city. The islands nearby are only ruled by Corsairs, pirates who don't actually spend that much time around here, obviously spend more time plundering and are in control of these great fleets. We're going to be playing as a pirate. We're going to be playing as the last surviving Gogossi character. Over here on the Isle of Toads, we have Choad Toad of the Isle of Toads. The last surviving Gogossi, which counts apparently as an Asossi culture, doesn't really make much sense, seeing as it's a combination of Valyrian and Sothoryos. So I don't know why it counts as Asossi there, but there we go. A Corsair pirate general. Corsair Choad Toad. Now this is a completely fresh character. Never before done anything. Wiped the slate clean. He's a very poor military ruler, apparently. Probably because the game hasn't ticked since I've added this character in. So this is who we're going to play as, with the ultimate goal reforming the Isle of Tears. The High Lordship of Gogossos here apparently just counts as a single province. And then eventually, I guess we could create the Empire of the Summer Sea, which is all of Sothoryos, parts of Narth, and then the Summer Isles as well. Real shame that there isn't like anything we can do with Valyria. But as we play the campaign, and as we, you know, convert from sort of the pirate fleet, they supposedly worship, like, pirate gods, sort of like luck, and apparently the Merlin King. I assume Merlin as in, like, a swordfish. That's Marlin. And the Moon Pale, I didn't really think that one through, did I? The Moon Pale Maiden. I don't know who these people are. I don't really know much about the Corsairs of Game of Thrones at all, so I'll take a look in between shows. But if you're interested in anything else I've been talking about so far, I will put some links to that in the comments so you guys can read through and sort of learn what the campaign's about. The Isle of Tears being the ultimate goal. Now, I haven't played as a Corsair in Game of Thrones, wow, probably since this mod, probably a couple of months since this mod first came out, because I've been following the Game of Thrones. Like I said, the Game of Thrones was what really got me into CK2 to begin with. So this is probably, I have probably as many hours as I have in the Game of Thrones mod as I do in regular Crusader Kings. So this is going to be a weird experience for me, but again, I haven't done this for quite some time. What do you think that beard's hiding? Do I dare cut his beard? Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I think it suits you. I think we'll keep that one around. So our character is a brilliant commander, formidable fighter, strong. These are all good traits. Rude, temperate. I actually didn't customize this besides making his martial a little bit better because he was, I think starting off he was an elusive shadow. So I wanted to swap that out for brilliant commander so we weren't sat around stagnating for ages. Proud, patient, temperate, arbitrary, all these good traits. Choad Toad. I'm excited to see what happens here. Now, with the new update of the Game of Thrones mod, there are a shit ton of new societies as well. Court of Starry Wisdom, we saw in the old one. Obviously, the Alchemist Guild as well. We saw it in the old playthrough. We now have the Citadel. Lots of different... I assume these are the standard warrior lodges from... Yeah, they are from Holy Fury. So you got the Old Way, the Dothraki Riders, and the Free Folk there. We unfortunately can't join any societies. There are also banks. What are these ancient banks? Must be located in Bravos. Must be located in Karth. Now, to my knowledge, we can actually... Oh, wow, this is a cool button. Crown yourself the Corsair King. The Corsairs that alert the Basilisk Guards usually owe fealty to no one but themselves. An ambitious captain is able to rise from the rest and crown... Okay, well, there's a goal. Right there. Holy shit. The Corsair King, definitely. So we need to be a High Lord, and we need to have 500 prestige. Now, I assume people... I assume it's not an immediate option of following us. I assume just because we call ourselves the Corsair King doesn't mean that these boys will immediately follow us around. I imagine it would just give us a king-level title, but we'll cross that hurdle when we get there. This seems very, very cool. What can we do then? What are our goals? Well, first things first, I think we need to focus on having wife or babby. Priest of the Isle of Toad, she's pretty good. Midas touched or brilliant steward there, giving her... Oh, no fertility, though. No fertility boost in this one. We might want to find a wife pretty quickly. How old are we? 26? The only reason I'm sort of worried about it is because Sothoryos is, again, full of Brindlemen and Dark Gods and Wyverns and Basilisks and the Red Death. So we don't really want to be airless for too long. Holy shit, look at all the dragons that are around. There he is, Tyveron. The classic. He might be one of the most powerful dragons. Oh, not quite. Jesus, some of these are ridiculous. Man, that's cool. I love this dude who's apparently stronger than a dragon. Good for him. And then there is Dar, a giant as well. Man, there's so much to see. So we are playing in, like I said, only a few years after we left off the Topbog campaign, but we are technically in a whole fresh save game, so there will be things that we've never seen before. Obviously, the Iron Throne has no Aztecs these days. Some of the Dothraki have split up a little bit, but it's more or less the same besides that. We weren't really playing that last campaign for too long. Anyway, let's get to work. So, as a Corsair character, you lose 2 prestige every month for being at peace. So, it's classic sort of, I assume we're basically just like Norse Raiders. Let's take a look. So, we can hold everything. That's pretty decent. We can build everything. So, we can raid infinite neighbors for loot. Does not care if the others do not follow their religion. Right. So, does that mean if we have vassals who are a different type, it doesn't matter? Or maybe we just don't get any sort of infidel malices? That's not a good sign. Excuse me, sir, you have an ear on your head? We won't worry about that one. We won't worry. It's classic Holy Fury shenanigans already. I love it. What else have we got then that are cultural specific here? Can take up to 20 concubines. That's absurd. That's absolutely ridiculous. No gender succession laws, so I assume we've got some open succession. What the fuck? The most powerful child of the ruler succeeds, though through other influential children are likely to intervene. How have we got... Wait, was that already a Toad dynasty? House Toad? No, we're apparently not related to these people. They're just very, very distant relatives. Is he another pirate king or something? He does have... So they're just related to some other members of House Toad. Some very, very distant relatives. Okay, fair enough. Here's me thinking I set up a whole new dynasty. Oh well. So what we've got then is open succession. So the most powerful one inherits. Only males can inherit. Okay, got it. With the exception of the oldest one, the rest of your dynasty also approves. So other influential children can intervene. So it's almost like the King's Moot. So the most powerful children is expected to succeed, but any other powerful children can also say, hey, fuck off, I want the throne. Could cause us some issues in the future, but I guess we'll cross that. And there's no option to change the succession laws. It is going to be bound to the government type here. Damn, a little bit annoying. Alright, what have we got then? Can take captives as concubines, may freely invade neighbours. That's useful. May be subject to anti-piracy wars. The government counts as feudal for taxation. Warning, for a pirate's heir to retain any high lordships or higher, they must be a capable adult pirate. So, if we die, our heir needs the following things. Either 10 martial, 10 diplomacy, 50 prestige, or formidable warrior. Female heirs are only allowed if the pirate is of a traditional, true cognatic culture and their capital is of the same culture group. Right, that's pretty interesting. So, say, for example, you were playing as one of these characters up here, the Heerkoon, who have a more of a matriarchal system. Well, these weren't the best choice because they are also a patriarchy, but weirdly. If you're playing as basically a female-led nation, and you are of that culture and you're... So could you flip to Corsair? I'm overthinking it. It doesn't matter too much. Not relevant for us, either way, because we are playing as Gogossosi, to my knowledge, who aren't a sort of female-dominated culture there. This is cool. And this is our religion as well. So we get 7 lovers, captives, and concubines. Yep. Non-pagans, rulers lose prestige. Sure. Traditional slaver region is very good. And vassals may renounce weak heirs. Right, so we don't have to worry about losing the realm. If we've got a really shitty son that is due to inherit, we just disinherit him. We just get rid of him. And then we'll let a more powerful son... So the only scenario where that very bottom warning there will ever come into play is if we have... the only heir we have is a shitty heir. I mean, it's going to be kind of rare that would occur. If you have enough kids, eventually some shit will stick, right? But we'll cross the hurdle when we get there. So, designated regents. I'm just going to basically put anybody. This is the only landed dude we've got. What are you? Port Plunder? Can I revoke this from him? Can I take this from you? Because we're allowed to hold city-level holdings. Weird that we would get rid of our only... Port Plunder as well. That seems like the perfect place to make our pirate capital. Other council members, what have we got then? So this dude has organized the army, suppressed revolts. So we've got some new ones here as well. Organized raid. It's probably not a new one. It's probably just that we were playing as a feudal last time, so we didn't have access to raiding. Honestly, right now, I think trained troops is probably fine. The extra 10% levy size. Everything else is looking pretty good. Oh, you can perform statecraft. Fuck it. Hagdon of the Isle of Toads. What's the native culture of the Isle of Toads? Marinese? Really? I don't know why. Marine is this province all the way up here. I have no idea why that's the case. They all just seem like random cultures almost. Let's take a look here. Culture map here. We've got Feroci. We've got Carthene. We've got Tolosi, which I think is some sort of Valyrian. Yeah. Weird. That's so strange. Doesn't matter too much. Hopefully it will convert because I have enabled cultural conversion for the purposes of this campaign. To try and keep the Gogossi culture alive, I have allowed that to happen. Normally in CK2, that's not the case. So, let's actually play the game now. After all of that shit that we've talked about. Who are you? Tazit. She's ruthless. Who are you? Why do I not like you? Doesn't matter. I mean, we could just imprison her and then exile her out. Or even ransom her off. Nice. We've got to think... I've got to get into a pirate mindset here. Holy shit. Look at... I like the icons. That's really nice. Visit chambers. That seems a bit... Force your way into it. Okay, no. Maybe not. Maybe we won't start the series off with that. Mutilator, enslaver, sell into slavery. Tyranny increased by 5. It seems weird that pirates would care about tyranny. I guess you probably wouldn't want to serve under a tyrannical pirate. Although saying that pirates are known for mutinies, aren't they? So, I shouldn't really be too surprised. Seal the Labyrinths of Leng. There we go. Topbog Spoff. I love that we have that option. I wonder why we have that. Maybe just every character has that option there. Weird. Okay, we'll ignore it. I will mark Topbog, though, as a character of special interest, so we can sort of keep up with what he's doing. Might be a nice distraction from our regular sort of crap here. So first things first, then. I think we need to build up the Isle of Toads into something a lot more powerful, because right now it's looking pretty crappy. We just have a pirate den, and that's it. Why don't we go raiding? Why don't we try to get ourselves some cool artifacts? See, how long is it going to be? So to colonize the Isle of Tears, what do we need? Just need 400 gold. So the other people that could potentially do it is this dude here. Oh, and that's it, because the other... that's Basilisk Point, which is another big old ruin. Right, so all we need is 400 gold, and we are good. Nice, okay. And what about going to war with other pirates as well? Can we do that? Declare war. Pirate invasion of the Eastern Isles. So we can't do that because of a reason. Let's take a look. We need 100 prestige, and that's it. Okay, well, that's easy then. We just need 100 prestige. We can actually go to war with the other pirates and try and claim what they've got. So I think before we do absolutely anything else, the first goal should be to take back the Isle of Tears. And probably rename it, what do you think, Gogossos? Is that how you say it? Gogossos? We'll rename it to Gogossos rather than the Isle of Tears as well, because I think it was called that after the Red Death came to it. Kind of makes sense, right? So we need to immediately save up 400 gold. When we grab this is a 6-holding province, so we could turn this into a real, like, citadel, like a real pirate stronghold. Keep that as long as we can. Hopefully the whole colonization thing won't be affected by diseases and basilisks and wyverns and shit. We'll play here. Then after that, we should try and unite all of the pirates and announce ourselves Corsair King. I don't know if that's an option. I don't know if that's possible. Maybe you have to be crowned Pirate King first. Who knows? Anyway, we'll move on to that when we get there. And hopefully that's something we can do. Because I don't particularly want to play as a pirate for the entire campaign. It seems a massive pain in the ass. But ruling from Gogossos in the Isle of Tears here would be very, very cool. So that's our first goal then. We could join the slave trade as well. So you can only do that when you've taken the business focus. Let's absolutely do that. Couple of reasons. Well, first, it allows us to go out slave raiding and actually build up our colony with slaves. It was a traditional slaving colony, so that would make sense. We can also make some money out of that as well. Not very much. We could just save that up. We don't really need to spend gold on anything right now. I'm not a big fan of upgrading the Isle of Toads. 6 provinces. I mean, seven holdings, technically. Compared to this one, 2. Not really worth it. So we'll keep all of our gold for this one. Now, I don't have the building mod installed anymore, because it is now pre-Jade Dragon CK2 that mod was built for, so I guess monks and mystics. I don't particularly want to keep it installed with Holy Fury, because I have a feeling there would be some things broken. However, if you guys want to see that, if you guys like the extra building system, because this is kind of basic, right? It's like, what's that, a total of 10 buildings compared to the 50 we had before? If you guys want me to add something like that, I can spend a little bit of time modding it and trying to get it compatible with Holy Fury. If you've got any other mods you'd like to recommend for this playthrough, let me know now so that I can get them in early and fix anything that might break as a result of that. Before we get into things too much, we will also do a Topbog check. Oh, well, I'll mention this now. We won't do it now, but I'll do a Topbog check at the end of every episode. See what he's been up to. See how he's faring and how the world over there is doing. It'd be kind of nice checking on our old characters from time to time. Right, let's do it. So, getting gold as a pirate, fairly straightforward. Just going to go and raid everybody who's ever existed ever. Good targets will be single border islands. So, this is all ruin, isn't it? Yeah, Elos, Gozai, and Velos are all islands. Now, there is this island here of Valyria. Lots of gold. Probably a lot of troops, though. Yeah, 7,000 men. The last surviving sort of Valyrians, true Valyrians. We could go and attack those guys. I'm only concerned they might raise a shit ton of troops on us and smash us dead, but we'll give it a go, eh? Right, let's merge these armies, turn them into raiders, obviously, and head up there. The only reason I'll say islands are better to raid is because if we do that, they can't obviously raise troops in retaliation so easily. They still could, but the AI is less likely to do it, because obviously they come in at 0 morale, and we'll probably smash them. Right. Another thing to notice there, we do have movement lock enabled as well, thanks to Holy Fury. It does work with this. Oh. Viserys Targaryen narrowed Sunfire into battle. Sure, that's absolutely fine. I don't really care. Yeah, no, this is like really good pickings. These boys are going to feed us a shit ton of gold over the course of this campaign, I can see. Right, we could even just leave them there farming off the gold that comes into it. So it will, over time, it will obviously go from 0 to 0.1 and we'll immediately grab that and load it onto the boats. This guy wants 25 gold to build a great monument to raise our cultural status. Now, this dude is a different culture to me. He's Marinese. I'm going to say no, because he's also greedy. I think it's a good idea to give, like, 98% of our gold to a dude who's greedy. No, I think we're good, thank you. Right. I assume you guys are out of gold now, so let's scarper. That's a great start, though. 26 gold. Iron-board longships cut through the water, swift and sure. Hence, we have successfully pursued a small merchant fleet. This might be better to just say longships. It's an event where our boats... We've come across some traders. We could attack them. Obviously, we're going to attack them and wipe them out here. Give us that. 40 gold. Now, I didn't realise we had access to these events, and that's going to make things a lot easier. So, Ironborn are basically like the Pirates of Westeros, right? They exist over here. We shouldn't really have access to that, but I think it's just a generic piracy event. So, when we're sailing around in certain seas, there is a chance that we can get sea-based events. I wonder how many we'll get, whether we get access to all of them, because that'd be kind of nice. Anyway, getting 40 gold at a time is going to be pretty good. We're going to have this gold in no time at all, I think. It'd be nice if we could even start the colony before the end of this episode. Yunkai have a shit ton of gold, but obviously have multiple provinces and 15,000 men. We could attack Marine. Marine is the best province of all of them to attack because they sit on 2 trade routes. They sit on Essosi and Far Eastern trade routes there. So they have the most gold. They're also the most powerful, I think. Yeah, 16,000 men, plus they have some troops raised already. So we'll go and hit Yunkai very quickly, see what we can get from then. We do have to worry about troops coming up from Malk. Sorry? Like a milkshake. You have to worry about troops going up from Malk. Is this also Yunkai? It is, Yaros. So I have to be very careful about that. Okay, they are heading over 2,000 men. I think we're going to flee then. Don't mind if I do. It's all going to add up. It might only seem like a little bit of gold here and there, but it will add up eventually, especially with all these Slavers Bay provinces nearby. Going to make shit tons of cash in no time at all. Okay, so let's do it again. I'm really glad that this is so common. I thought maybe it'd be more rare than this because we're not Ironborn, but we seem to be getting a lot. Right, so that's 75 gold. Jesus. We're already making a shit ton of cash. This is nice. This is a little bit reassuring, I guess is the right word, because I was kind of worried. Given that our monthly balance is 0.9, we haven't really got any other basic farms to upgrade or anything like that to give us just a nice tax income. So it's all going to be from piracy right now. Let's head back out there then. There's a couple more places around here with... I mean, where else could we head? We could head to, like, Volantis here. Probably not a bad idea. They've got a lot of trade posts and a lot of inland rivers as well. Can we sail down rivers? We can. Not too far, though. Yeah, no, this is basically as far as we can go with the boats then. Yeah, that's a shame. Alright, so where do we want to send these boys? Basically, anywhere that's not defended, we'll go stand on this side of the river, because if they want to send reinforcements, they'll have to come over the river. We'll see them coming, right? New buildings. These are the new Byzantine buildings, aren't they? Added in Holy Fury. I think they came in the new patch. I'm not entirely sure with that one, though. I haven't really played enough of Holy Fury to be able to tell anything apart right now. Alright, and this should fill up the last of what we need. We've got 177 gold. Yeah, so filling up these boats is going to give us another... Oh, no, only another 80. Not quite enough, then. Was it 300 or 400? In fact, it might not be nowhere near enough, and I'm lying to you all. Alright, let's head back out here. So to, like, what is this province? Vasa, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. We're going to attack this one. They've only got a straight crossing, so we can definitely see things coming. Still not as good as Valyria would be. Yeah, for that exact reason. They can... Ah, fuck. Catch and kill all my men. Get out of here with that shit. We could just go back and forth to Valyria. Sort of like a trade route, except we're killing and murdering people. Everyone's favourite type of trade route. 213 gold. Now, was it 300 gold or was it 400 gold? It was 400. Shit, okay, I thought we'd be close with that last load, but I guess not. We can upgrade the Isle of Toads, though. Seems like a massive waste of gold. So 200 gold, what that does is that will upgrade it from a... Well, it will upgrade it to a small summer fort, and that eventually can become a fortress with enough upgrades. So you basically, it's more RNG based, it's not a particular amount of days. That will build, and then you have to send your quartermaster here to improve the holding. 3.3% chance of success yearly. So again, it's all RNG whether or not you'll be able to successfully upgrade your capital. Weird system. I mean, it's a different system, right? So I can't complain too much. I mean, it's a little bit worse. Not worse in the sense that it's a bad gameplay mechanic, but worse off for you if you're relying more on, obviously, 3% yearly rather than just having it, like, take 1,000 days to build or whatever. Right. Romance and passion. Get married. Let's get married. First things first, let's go and have a babby. I didn't even think about that one. So, Faezara, you'll do. Thank you. Welcome aboard. Literally. Let's have ourselves a son as well. Fingers crossed that we won't get... Well, we could at least try and get a strong son. We get a strong son, we're great. I mean, we don't really have to worry about the whole succession thing then. Establish a new bank. 1,000 gold, 16 stewardship, 500 prestige. We can make the Kingdom of the Basilisk Isles. The Bank of the Kingdom of the Basilisk Isles. A pirate banker. So just a banker, am I right? Good one. Fuck. Jesus, end this series. Right, okay. Let's go back up to Valyria then and see what those boys have got for us. They must have... Oh, man, we've got no troops at all. Oh, is this going to take ages for our troops to replenish now? Fuck it. Okay, go and train some troops. We'll wait a minute. I thought it'd be a good idea to go and have a look for other council-based things while we're waiting for our troops to replenish here. And I found this woman here. Pirate, hedonist, ambitious, genius. She'd make a much, much better wife than the one we have right now. Oh, man, I love all these little icons they've added as well. The raised nobility one is pretty good. Could I take you as my new wife and get rid of our old one? You're pregnant, though, aren't you? Let's mark Manda as special interest. My God, the hiccups. Have mercy. She's got such good traits. Such good stats, sorry. 20 deployment. Oh, because she's ambitious as well. Jesus Christ. Okay, fine. Let's see if we can't put her on the council or something then. Oh, it's going to be a man-only council, isn't it? Okay, fair enough. We've got her. We've also got Thanos, who had 21 learning there. He does love it when a plan comes together. That's what Thanos said, right? Then we've also got... what an obscure reference. We've also got a Barrow here. Fairly decent stewardship, better than what we've got. Probably shouldn't have invited you, seeing as you are Whammon, and apparently Whammon aren't allowed on council. Right, let's go ahead and sort this out here. Thanos, welcome aboard. This does put a smile on my face. That's what he said. The other one was Hannibal from the A-Team, but I don't think anyone would have got that reference. Perform charity. Head over there. Right, we've got Boatswain. Boats? I assume that's how you pronounce it. Boatswan? I have no idea how you pronounce that. Slightly better. It's not going to help our reinforcement rate very much. Emissary. Oh, shit. Lady can be emissary. That's pretty good to know. Right, we'll sort by diplomacy then, see if we can find. Why are you not allowed, but everyone else is? Is this a racist thing? Right, invite to court. We'll see how our first son/daughter comes out from our first/last wife. The wild dragon Cannibal, well, it's a great name, is known to attack smaller dragons, but reportedly emerged from his lair near Dragonstone to attack his cousin Grey Ghost. The ravaged corpse of Grey Ghost was found nearby not long after. Jesus Christ. Cannibal. Cannibal the dragon who eats other dragons. Again, appropriate name. Balerion is dead at this point. When did he die? Oh, fucking ages ago. Maybe he was dead in the last playthrough as well. Alright, yeah, I'm sure he's not going to bother us, seeing as he's literally hundreds of miles away all the way up here, you weird game. Raymurix Toad. Oh, shit, he's strong. Raymurix is a great name. I kind of wish I'd have renamed... Where's the rename button? Here we go. Right, rename character. Raymurix Toad. You are going to be called... What rhymes with Toad? That's the real question here. What about Toad? Toad. Excellent. My great son, please call me Toad. What should we train him in? Now, I'm thinking, man, I'd love to go with Thrift so we can establish that bank. It might be a while, though. Seeing as he is a strong character, I think Struggle might not be a bad call. Rowdy, willful, he's strong, so getting dull won't really affect him too much. If you feel the ambition to have a son, now I'm going to fulfill my ambition to get rid of my fucking wife, because she's terrible. Have 5 children. Goodbye. Arrange divorce. Get out of here. Fresh wife, please. Genius, hedonist wife. Those are two things I definitely want to hear. Right, let's just make sure the council's up to scratch. So this guy is 13. Get out, you're fired. Our emissary... Oh, now she can be on the council. I see how it is. This boy would make a much better boatswain. Welcome, boatswain. I mean, you're roughly the same. Spymaster is also roughly the same. Court physician is very, very good. Same with our priest. Alright, the council is really, really good now. Let's have you oversee the realm. Have we got some troops? No, we do not. Now we've got to sit around my feet up again. We have grown to the age of 30 and now look like a completely different character. His hair completely changed colour. You don't even look like the same dude. I feel like a man has just killed the last Choad Toad and assumed his identity. Hello, wife. It's me, Choad Toad, with a different colour hair and a completely different face shape. Dragon Vermax has been slayed by Bartimos Kautigar. Yeah, don't bother me with such news again. I really couldn't give less of a shit. We can still do much good. Thank you. The charity is working. Charity? How much is that costing me, though? I'm going to assume absolutely nothing. Local revolt risk minus 10.5%. That's pretty massive. Vassals impressed. Piety gained. These were all great things. I assume that's what gave us the piety last time, then. Right, we could go and just try and grab a little bit of gold. It seems better than just stagnating here. Send one very, very small fleet here. It's almost one man per boat. No, it's not, because we have 15 boats. It's like 10 men per boat. That's what I meant to say. What I meant to say is we've got way too many boats and very few men. That's what I was going to get at. But no, I said completely the wrong thing. I've lied to you all. Right, hello, Valyria. You can't fight back, so this is like pretty much the ideal scenario. They could just raise their troops and wipe us out, but the AI is literally too stupid to do that. How much money have you got for us then? Not very much this season. Oh man, they've only got 9.4 gold. What the fuck? Look how long it's taken them to carry this to the boat as well. Can be here forever. This dude wants to join us. He's pretty crappy actually, so no, you're alright. Thank you. Thank you for the offer. Why have they got so little gold? Sacked? Was that us? I mean, I don't think it was. Let's not worry about it. 273 gold, so it's not going to take much longer. We've got marginal slave labor. Siege of the Isle of Toads. Isle of Vines raiders? What the fuck? Pirates raiding pirates? Oh, they've taken some of my gold as well. I never thought about raiding the other pirates. Right, okay, we're off. Goodbye. Well, that's not ideal, seeing as they have way more men than us. And, oh man, I'm focusing not enough on our enemies that are right at our doorstep. Shit, we can't do anything now. I assume they can't get through the capital though, can they? They're just here to raid. Great, my troops are going to ping pong between there and here, and we can't do anything to stop them. Right, come back. Put the troops down. Jesus, I never thought about the pirates attacking us. Classic first pirate mistake there. Not worrying about mutinies and other pirates. So we can hold everything, right? We can hold castle, fort, city, and refuge. We have no other vassals besides this one dude who has the city of Port Plunder. We can hold cities. Why don't I just take it from him? He's going to say yes. It's going to lower our other vassals' opinion by minus 15. We have no other vassals. Yeah, I'll fucking take that. Get out of here. A blank event. Yes, excellent. That's a really great sign for what's going on in the future. Okay. Hey, we've just... Oh, man. 1.5 gold, and it's looted. City of Port Plunder, Isle of Toads. Okay, that's pretty decent. Village markets, we could invest into this one. No, I want to save it for, obviously, the Isle of Tears here. My wife, Manda, is pregnant. Excellent. Thanks, Snake Wife. Tell her to take leave for the pregnancy. Yeah, get out of here. We'll hire someone new for the council. I assume we can just say, oh, no, she just got into hiding. Right, we didn't actually sack her. Well, shit, we don't have a court position now. Oh, Christ. Did that man have an ear on his head? Did anyone else see that? Who was he? I have absolutely no idea. Well, if he pops up again, I'll make sure to laugh at his ear on his head. There he is! Yes, and Toad. With an ear on his head? Mayronese. Some very distant relative of House Toad. Like my very, very, very distant cousin's son. Okay, weird. There's lots of random relatives of House Toad, isn't there? That's so strange. Okay, well, that's not... Wait, our own son is not showing up as our son on that family tree. Did you see that? Look, there he is. Toad Toad is not showing up as Choad Toad's son. Huh. Son was born to Corsair Choad of the Isle of Toads and Lady Manda of the Isle of Toads, named Relados is a terrible name. So we're going to call you, Choad Toad. We're going to call you Load Toad. Welcome, Load Toad, to the Toad family. Are you any good, Load Toad? Twist and turns of Hisdar's tongue. Who is Hisdar Toad? I have no idea. Get out of here. Get in the trait deceitful. Load Toad is a fucking genius. There we go. Nice. Okay, Load Toad, you're going to also be trained in struggle, and we'll see which... Oh, wait. Struggle with genius is terrible. because that can turn into dull. Dull gets rid of genius. Oh, God, what was I thinking? Oh, well. He's either going to be the world's greatest fighter or the world's worst fighter. Worst is his older brother. Either way, we've got two good heirs to take over. I think we should train them both. We're not a bad character by any stretch of the imagination. We do have those fairly alright virtues. So let's get these kids trained up as soon as possible. Where are we looking? Where are we? Oh, wait, educate. Yeah, no, educator, though. Where are we? Hello? So I'm Marshall. Why the fuck can't I train my son, though? Oh, we've already got to. Get out of here. Here's Toad. Get the fuck off. Get out. Right, okay. Assign Guardian. Let's try again. Load Toad. Wait, no, we're already educating Load Toad. Assign Guardian. Take 5. Choad Toad. And Toad Toad and Load Toad together till the Toad end. Thank you all for watching. Kind of an episode 0, I guess, of the campaign here. A little bit more of an introductory one to anything else. Again, if you guys have any suggestions for mods, ideas for the playthrough as we go forward, please let me know and I will adjust things accordingly. We will do our Topbog checkup at the start of next episode because we've already seen him this episode. Oh god, it's already fallen apart. We'll check them next episode, see how they're doing, make sure everything's in order. It is still Topbog Spoff. It is still Topbog Spoff. There he is. And we will take a look next episode at how he is doing and how things are going on. And a big shout as well, and let's pretend I haven't already done this list once already, to Big Dick Timmy, Zachary Harris, Arik, Lucas Holting, Sean Thornton, Lolrus, Haydog, Sidini, Necrophilan, Asuna Kirito, Facundo Vasquez, Croesus, I'm the Lizard King, Jocelyn, Dean Tesla, Michael Mullen, Tyler Birch, Powers Presley, Logan Thorne, Conspired C, Orcs Wolf, Average Gamer 419, Escape, and Jackson Whitman. For the support of the Insanity Lovers on Patreon, you have my thank you for making this series possible, for making Choad Toad possible. I've already forgotten his name. He hasn't quite earned his right as a memorable character yet. And a big shout as well to Nathaniel Lindbergh, Euphrates, Quasar Fox, Jack Allen, Gabriel Van Der, Llewellyn Thomas, Nathan Flores, Johan DeVries, John Connie 217, Zet McDougall, Joseph Beard, Jordan Campbell, Harry McGowan, Will Wade, Chris, Sir Thor the Swede, Nick, The Sage, Acero, Fraser Brennan, Kevin Saunders, Betimus Max, The Insane Pickle, Adam Person, Igor Kozak, Haji Dumar, Noah Gallimore, and Panther Pearl. Thank you all for your support. I just noticed, what the hell is this going on the map? What is this? Yep, that seems about right.